My name's Al Hibner, and I live in Penfield, and we will be meeting with Assemblymember Lunsford on Friday, July 17th. And we have another constituent that would like to meet and greet Assemblymember Lunsford, and her name is Cathi Walsh. And Cathi, introduce yourself. You are a constituent of Assemblymember Lunsford. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live, how long you've lived there.
Hi, um, my name's Cathi Walsh, and I've lived in Penfield Farms since '84, in this mobile home since '91, and I'm a constituent of Assemblyman Lunsford, and I'm very happy with her.
I wanted to show a picture of your house, and then there's a special picture that you can talk about when you see that. So let me
Okay,
share my screen and share that picture so you can explain it.
okay,
Now, Kathy, do you see your home there?
yes.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about this house.
Um, been here since '91. It was built in 1989, and it's got a lot of wear and tear on it after all these years.
We're going to talk about some of those problems in just a couple minutes, but there's a second picture that I want to
Oh,
show,
okay. And
and you can talk about that picture.
okay, that's been there ever since Assemblywoman Lunsford ran the first time. And I spoke with her on the phone and asked, uh, in the course of the conversation, asked if I could have a lawn sign. And uh, when she won, I didn't want to get rid of it. So I just stuck it in the ground there by my door because I like her so much. And it's been there ever since. Faded, but um,
So I take it that you are a fan of Assemblymember Lunsford.
yes, she's done a lot.
You
Uh,
you you told me a funny story about a campaign phone call that she
oh,
made to you some years ago. Can you tell us about that?
that's really what got me to like her so much. She actually was like the one person that actually reached out on the phone, and she was the one person running, or I think ever, that actually called me, and she was telling me about what she was doing. From what I remember, what I do remember is her. Then I'm assuming like a 2 year old ran in the room where she was talking to me and said, "Mom, I pooped." And she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "No, I think that's the best um, endorsement for you." And so I've never forgotten that.
I can imagine. I wanted to ask you a little bit about, basically how we met. You have been asking for trying to figure out a way to solve some of the problems in your home for over a year, I think you told me. And you had actually gone to the management at Penfield Farms asking if they could help maybe with some of the repairs that you need to your home. Um, what types of repairs and didn't get any help, and then eventually they found out about Color Penfield Green's program. We're also collaborating with the town of Penfield, but a program that actually can maybe find programs that can provide you with money for your repairs. So tell us a little bit about the problems that you have in your home that you need fixed.
Um, may not be all of them, but um, mold. Finding out if there's mold uh, in my house because the hot water tank leaks, and at one point, a tree that obviously is no longer there. When they took it over, they cut all the trees down, but it leaked into my living room and the front room, and so I don't know if my house has mold and if it's safe.
Right.
And
And beyond that, you also have, I think you told me you have a problem with mice. Can you tell a
yes,
little bit about that?
okay. Before Windward Community, that's the name of the management company that owns this park. Um, Before then, we never had mice. We never had fires. We've had two in the past 2 months, and no rodents. And all of a sudden, I started seeing mice. And at first, I was told it's because I had peanuts that I used to feed the birds and the squirrels on the pine tree that they cut down. Um, and uh, and then they were gone. And then all of a sudden, they just started. I don't think they really ever were gone, but I just didn't see them. And then all of a sudden, they've been the past year. Um, they have come back. Spoke to the park man assistant Jen Billington, who is very nice. She's the one that's been helping me at Penfield Farms office. They aren't supposed to do it, but they did put a box outside because I can't kill animals. And I don't know where it is, but it never worked. And now I see them like every 3 days. One will be
In
running.
in your house? In your house?
Yeah, and
Okay.
there's
Wow.
mouse droppings everywhere that
Okay.
I
Yeah, that's not good. That's
no.
not good. You also told me that you have back problems and it's you have difficulty using your bathtub. How would you like to solve that problem?
That's actually how I started this whole process. I was like, how do I find if there's any programs that could help a walk-in shower? Because I was diagnosed with a lumbar problem, which makes one of my legs go numb, and so I can't. My right leg, now it's both legs, but at the time, I can't get into the
Hmm.
shower
Into the
because
bathtub. Yeah. Or the shower. Yeah.
like my leg doesn't work. It doesn't
Hmm.
lift high.
You can't lift it over the edge of the tub?
Right. And even if I could, I would wonder if my leg can give out at any time. So I'm just was it at first was nervous about going in the shower and then my leg giving out. So
Hmm.
I was
Well, one of the things that I did was to provide you with application forms and information to programs that you can apply to for these types of critical home repairs. You actually did fill out and send in the application for Habitat for Humanity has a critical home repair program. You sent that in, and we got the news that you were approved for that program, but we
it's
got the bad news that they don't have any money.
yeah, and just found that it's for the rest of the year and I'm like, "Oh no, another year?" Um but it was I mean, I was grateful that I was approved. Um and then you had me sign up for
Yes, so because that didn't have any funds and you really want to get this done before winter,
yes.
you went ahead and you also applied to Sheen Housing. How has that been going?
Well, paperwork was mailed in, and I believe someone called from there, but they never left a message. I've called and left messages. In fact, the last one was today. Um, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. And the third program is called Monroe County Home Improvement. And I know that you and I have looked at that application and, you will fill that out if need be, but it's a very
Well,
difficult
I have a bit.
application to fill out.
Yeah, It
very
is.
difficult. So here's
You
my
have all the,
question. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yep, and you have to have all these boxes checked, and
Yeah,
if
there's a lot
one,
to collect there.
yeah,
Um, the other thing that we did was to provide information about having your 20-year-old propane furnace, and because you might have a leak in your hot water heater, it's possible to get the hot water heater replaced and the furnace through a program from New York State called Empower Plus. And there's a group called AMPed. Lee Klein is helping you navigate getting your furnace replaced, a new hot water heater, maybe some windows repaired, and maybe some insulation. But the problem is, many of those repairs might be contingent on getting the mold removed and the mice and, the bathroom figured out.
yeah,
Contingent, you can't really get the upgrade. And by the way, that program that Amped is working with you on could actually cap your utility bill at no more than 6% of your income. So really, right now, Kathy, you're hanging fire trying to get a program to fund the repairs for your
yeah.
home. Is that a fair statement?
Fair statement. I never knew about any of these programs. Lifespan, New York Connects, a case manager or caseworker that I was working with. Nobody knows about any of these programs. So I was really grateful when you had uh, given information to the office at Penfield Farms. And right away, Jen Billington said, "Oh, this would be great for Cathi."
It
And
was just, it was happenstance. It was a happy occurrence that occurred, that we came at just the right time
because no
to
one else
find.
knows, and that kind of
Yeah.
makes me mad that these people want to stay in their homes. They don't want to be told they have to go to assisted living or 55 and older. Um, if they have a choice, I thought I could buy a new mobile home until I realized how much they were, and I couldn't afford it. And renting is too hard to afford. And I just thought, well, what if I just made, if I could make upgrades to my house, I could stay here,
Yeah.
which I,
Yeah.
that's kind of how it started. And, um, but none of the programs that are supposed to help uh, people over 60, no one know anything about any of these programs that you
Yeah.
recommended.
Well, I gotta say, this is why we're doing what we're doing. We hope to be connecting with other people in Penfield Farms. You're kind of the guinea pig, right?
Yes.
You're
And
you've
I,
agreed to be the first person in these programs to try to qualify, and we're making progress. The problem is we don't have any money.
I know that's, and yeah, and that seems to be the way things are going right now. There's a lot of money for a lot of things that we don't need, but helping people that don't have a lot of money doesn't seem to be
And
what the administration in
yeah,
Washington.
well, we want to do something about that. And one of the things you told me when I first talked to you was you really were in a position of, do I stay or
Yeah,
do I have to go? And if I have to go, I don't know where I'm gonna go. Okay.
exactly.
So for a few dollars, if to get your home upgraded, you could stay there where you've been for 35 plus years,
Yep,
for a long time. You could stay in your home if it's upgraded, made more accessible, made cleaner, healthier, no mice, no mold. Um, okay, well, that is why I am meeting with Assemblymember Lunsford to ask if there's any options for helping to provide additional funds to Habitat for Humanity Critical Home Repair Program.
okay.
Anything else you want to say to the Assembly member before we wind up this little chat?
I would appreciate any help that you could offer, and I'm very grateful she's my assembly woman,
Yeah.
and um,
Do do you think there are many other people in your similar situation in Penfield Farms?
I'm sure there are. Um, there, I don't get back to the back of the park where the older homes are. Um, some of them may be not in the age category of the program, but I don't know. But I'm certain that there are still people that live here when it was Harper's homes
Yes.
and
Yes.
um and could use help but don't
Sure.
know. They're
Mhm.
older people, and for me, it was because I'm on disability with for anxiety, and so I've been on disability for 35, 40 years.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and so I just don't have a lot of money and have stayed here. And um, I actually did want to move because I would like more trees, but um, it's not. I'm not able to, and
Hmm. Right.
it took a year to find that out. And so I'm anything that
Well,
is
our goal with your help is to try to reach out to even more people in Penfield Farms and find them the kind of help, not only for energy savings, new furnaces, getting rid of a propane furnace for a heat pump, and then having that capped at 6% of your income would be great. But not only energy savings, but also structural and safety and health upgrades that are needed.
there could
This
even
is the gap.
no
This is the gap between the energy saving repairs and then the home repairs. So, Cathi, I'm very glad that you are our guinea pig, our first out of the box. I'm hoping to meet with lots more Penfield Farms residents in the future to see how we can help them. And maybe you can help us talk with them as well.
I certainly am up for it.
I've put you into our mailing list for the Color Penfield Green newsletter,
Oh, good.
and you will be receiving the Zoom link to attend our monthly meetings if you wish to attend those on Zoom. So
That's wonderful.
thank you. I want to thank you very much for being candid and for telling us your story and for really proving that we could help you do a lot of things to be able to stay in your
Right.
home.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's yeah, because that's my biggest thing is they're pushing people out. They call lifespan and oh, we can get you an apartment. No one's saying, well, let's see if we can fix where you're living. You've been living there for 40 years.
That's right. That's right. But I came along and we came along
Yeah,
and we're thinking maybe we can do this. So thank you. Thank you so much.
thank you.